Hey guys, I'm live. I hope everybody can hear me. I know this is much earlier than what we normally do, but I have things to do today, so I am back. Some of you did manage to catch the Thursday stream, so hold on guys. Let me see who's here. Who's here? I see one person is watching, that's probably me. So, 3 people, yay! 5 people. So, who's here? Can everybody hear me fine? Say yes if you can hear me. I just gotta make sure that it's showing. Oh, my box of spare pencils. Hi Lori, hi Essie, how are you? We're on a little earlier today because I got some things to go to. I gotta do some grocery shopping later. I know this is much earlier than what we normally stream, so I decided to take a chance. So we're coming out of Mermaid Legends. So I didn't stream yesterday because I had to work, so some of you know this if you had caught the Thursday night stream. So today we're gonna be working on some things. Hi Robin, how are you guys? Today we're gonna be working with another set of pencils. Ergo Softs. Doesn't she look beautiful? I really like how I've done this picture particularly I chose because I knew it would be a picture that would take us a long time to do. So, and you know what? I want a little orange. Oh, you don't sharpen well, these pencils. Okay. Nothing works, that Menor always works. Hi, Cheshire Cat. I put them in this little container. Oh no, we don't work in the Ergo Softs too often, guys. So, I think this is an orange pencil. This is to stay the Ergo Softs. Yes, we all need coffee, but I didn't bring any coffee, so. Here's the little orange. Just little tiny little spots here. The Ergo Softs are nice. I actually bought the full set of 36 on, I think, was it Amazon UK or it was in another site because here in the States you can only get 24 of them. But if you go overseas and buy through the overseas market, you can get the full set of 36. And these are nice pencils because they're smooth and I don't use them too often, so. I forget what I paid for them, but they were, the shipping did not make them cheap. Also guys, if you're thinking about buying books that are international or the Japanese or Korean books, guys, I recommend going to Amazon Japan before you decide buying on a book on let's say, I'll do purple here with the little seeds. I sometimes like to alter the colors that I'm using just to see how they look. And for a picture this big, I have to have it at this angle because it's so big, the picture, that it takes up a lot of the room. See, and some of this yellow has faded. Some of the sand yellow has faded, so I'm gonna have to fill that in at some point with the yellow. You know what? Let me get a Johanna Basford book for you, so you guys can just so you guys can get a understanding. It is bigger in here's Magical Jungle, so you guys get a comparison of how big the book actually is. Okay, and here's an Eerie book. I'm just doing this, guys, because somebody asked for it. Just so you guys get an understanding just how big the books are. I just wanted to put that out there. So I want you guys to be aware of the size difference. And if you're interested in purchasing it, I think in a previous video, I think it was Creatively New, is where you purchase this book and then you send an email to the author. And then she'll, you know, she's also the author of Dragon Tales, and if you watch Dee Dee's channel, she had a thing where she was I forget, Dee Dee had a channel where she had the new book. She's also of When Dragons Dream. And this is like a yellowish orange. I think almost all of this picture will be done on camera. So I just wanted to give you guys, someone asked about the thing with the, I think we're done with that part. Except this part here. But I forget what measurements this is. I think Dee Dee had something on it where she was talking about the measurements of this book. So, now we're going to do our crab. Hi Shalene, I'm on really early for a change. Happy birthday, Tam Philly. How exciting. Are you planning on doing anything exciting? I'm coming on early because my mother wants me to get some stuff at the supermarket, so I've decided that I'm going to come on Some weekends I will come on earlier, some weekends I will not come on earlier. These are the Stadler Ergo sauce. Someone made a comment once and I kind of laughed about it, saying, every time I see you during a live stream, you work with something different. But you know, I want to explain, I like using different pencils and different things. Depends on the picture. Hi, Regina Ward. Oh no. That's the worst. What pain is the pits? You're not really late. I just went early today, Regina, with the stream. I wasn't planning on going this early. But I figured since nobody else was... Hello, beautiful people. T-Mac is here. I'm gonna put these away because I don't need the ergo sauce right now. Wait a minute, that doesn't go there. That color goes there. That color goes there. And that color goes there. Sorry, I'm a bit of an anal person when it comes to my pencils being in order. Gel pens. I love gel pens. Anybody who knows me knows that I love gel pens. And I'm not sure what color. This comes from my gel writer set. So it is a glitter pen. You guys probably can't see the glitter. So that's the only bad thing about tiny little details. With some books there's so many tiny little details that you need gel pens and fine liners. I'm not really sure if this is a thing. I think this is a thing, like some kind of put it on the starfish. What color should we color the starfish? The starfish. I have a whole lot of things, and you know, while I was looking through my box, I happened to find 3 coloring books that I had forgotten that I had. So I will put them back on my shelves. So I think it's good to have a lot of different supplies too, because then you can mix and match them in a lot of different color schemes. So you can get to play with them in a lot of different colors, a lot of different shading. But you get a lot of different things you can play with gel pens. Pale or turquoise blue. I don't know if I have that, but here's the green thing. So this is a gel writer again. The thing with the gel writers is that I bought these pens at Michael's, but they don't come with refills. But the nice thing about the gel writer pens is that they have a lot of metallic colors, a lot of glitter pens. You can do a lot of things too. I'm not even sure, guys, if we're going to be coloring this if I'm going to do a background with this pick, because there's so much detail in this thing. Someone said they wanted a pale blue. I think this is a pale blue. This looks like a tan on starfish. I don't know if I have tan in any of my colors, but I think I might have that in the Prismas. I might have that in the Prismas, a beige color. Well, you know, I do have that in a beige. I have a beige in my Prismas. I think beige would be better because we're gonna probably color this red or deep blue or green or something weird. Here's beige. Ooh, I like that beige. So different colors create different effects with different colors. So something tells me we're gonna end up doing a background for this piece, but we'll wait till the very end, the final part of this. But I did find 3 books that had been missing because I was going through my books. I found my unicorn coloring book by Coloring Cafe. I did find my Denise Cleet books, which you guys can use this too for the color along this month. The Fairies in Dreamland and the Mermaids in Paradise one by the same author. You guys know these books. Don't let me move this out of the way so you guys get it clearer. Then these are the fairies. So that you guys can get some nice stuff out of that. If you guys want to use those books can be counted for them. See, right now I'm just putting all the thing with the gel writer pens though is that I don't like the flow of these. I'm doing Magical September, Regina, so that means anything that's fantasy, magic, fairy tales like unicorns, dragons, mermaids. Any book that has magical in the title or enchanted in the title, like Enchanted Halloween, Enchanted Forest. I will even take Ivy and the Inky Butterfly. I will take Darius Song's book because of the theme of that book. Those books are like a little girl travels to fairyland, a little fairy travels to our world, so they are a little bit of a crossover book, so that will be there. So I'm also doing that on the Facebook group. Sometimes you have to shake your gel pens. Unicorns count, dragons will count, gnomes will count, dwarves will count. And another book will, let's say you're doing something out of any book with a mermaid would count. There's lots of mermaid books, there's lots of dragon books, there's lots of fantasy book, like the books by Tomislav Tomic will count, like Vilasano Take, Dramavanga. So there are a whole lot of books that can count, and I hope you got, I hope those, you know, I sent out all the books that I gave away over the last weekend, so I hope you guys got them. I'm thinking I'm gonna make this like a pale blue. No, I don't have that color in there. You can always have fun with these. This is a green gel writer pen. Is Shalina a mod? I think Shalina is a mod, right? Yes, she is, so. I will be doing another giveaway probably soon, Tanfilly. I just don't know when because I gotta gather the books for that. Plus, I'm gonna have to film a few more flip throughs. Plus, I have a thing for glitter. Now, don't get me wrong, I like stickles as much as the next person, but sometimes I like working with gel pens. Oh, that's great, Shalene. Weddings are so much fun to go to. Who's getting married, Shalene? I would like to see who's getting married. Know who has good blues? Where am I thinking? That's a really pale blue. Oh, your nephew. That's great. It's always nice. So then this color is light turquoise blue. Be sure to show us pics, Shalene. I'm sure it's going to be a lovely wedding. Now back to the purplish, the pinkish purplish glitter pen. And coral can be many different colors. It doesn't have to be pink, red, or purple. It can be blue. I've seen blue turquoise. Blue coral, I mean. I have seen it, so. Which means if I do a background, it's probably going to be a darker blue. Be careful, so. Lori is now a mod. Don't abuse it. So everybody is busy doing things. So, you know, I've been playing with my times a little bit, you know, but my life is like constantly in a flux, so there are things changing for me. So right now I don't know what times I'm going to be coming on in the future because I'm in a state of flux. Fridays will stay the same. It's just that, you know, this Friday was an exception, so. This is light turquoise blue in the Soho pencils. Hi Debs, Tammy, and hello to everybody that is coming into chat that I missed. There will be more giveaways in the future. It was just that those books happen to be ready, so I will be doing more giveaways throughout the month. So how would you guys feel about me doing a Kirby picture? Now, I'm not saying I would do a Kirby picture, but you know, some people are saying, well, you're doing this picture, which is equal to Kirby. But I think Kirby is far more detailed than this, even. So I am looking forward to a lot of what's going on in the fall. Like, ABC did a preview for a new show called Manifest, and they describe it as a cross between Lost and This Is Us. So, you know, they showed the first 5-10 minutes of the episode, and I can tell you that I'm already hooked on it just looking at that preview. We are Phoenix. I have to go grocery shopping at some point, so I decided to come on a lot earlier than I normally would. That's the problem. There's lots of tiny little things in here. You want to try and get them all. I might not be able to get them all, but I can certainly try to get them all. But you know that sometimes when you're coloring, you miss a spot. You're like, wait a minute, I missed the hair, I missed the coral, I missed the bubbles there or there. And sometimes you don't catch it until afterwards. That wasn't supposed to happen. Oops. So now we're gonna color. We're gonna color this cream because I think this is part of the sand that I missed. So, lightly with my cream. This is a Holbein. Now, guys, this is the only set of Holbeins I own. This was given to me as a gift, the Holbeins that I do have. And I thank this person on camera for them. They are like creamy, beautiful to use. I don't like when I miss things. But everybody is different and does something different to the community. Like, I never would have learned about distress inks had it not been for Karen, aka Zucchini Kitty. Guys, they don't like these. This doesn't like, the whole boys don't like the electric sharpener. So back to old school. Doesn't like that. You know, I did see some people with it. It's just like, you know, I don't like coloring animals. Don't get me wrong, I color some animals here, fish here, you know. A few animals per picture don't bother me, but when I'm like, I don't think that book would be right for me, personally. But I've seen people do beautiful work out of it. Just, not to say anything bad, but I don't think it's the book for me. See, now we're adding our second layer, which is going to be our permanent layer. Thank you, Kim T. See, a lot more people have come into the stream now. Did Sammy finish doing her stream? I had to leave her stream a little early today because I had some things to do. So. Just want to show up some of the color here because some of the color's coming out really light. Don't get me wrong, I love light yellow, but sometimes you want darker color to make it pop a little bit more. Thank you, Kim T, for that. So now we go back to the light turquoise blue. Oops. So what mediums do you like coloring with, guys? Watercolor, pencils? No, a lot of people lately like the scroller box. You know, I did unbox the palette fill box, and in my opinion, not everybody agrees with me, and I'm fine with that. But you know, that's what makes the world a great place. We all have different opinions and different things. Oh, this is light turquoise blue, and this is from the Soho Urban Artist pencils. You'll find with me, Joan, that I am very much a person who likes to color with different things. And all my cases I bought at Amazon. So, you know, they're all different things that I like to color with. This is ice green. They say this is ice green, but it looks like a blue to me. So we'll see what the green looks like. That looks really pastel-y blue. It looks more blue than anything else. Sometimes, guys, I like to put these things out. Fine liners. And this is the green fine liner. These are Staedtler fine liners, and these are really pretty to color with. I bought a whole set of these and fell in love with them, and then, you know, I buy them open stock sometimes when I see them or I'm at the art store. And the nice part about the Staedtler fine liners is that you can buy them open stock, and they have started selling them at my Barnes & Noble open stock, so I'm really happy. But they're the same price that I would pay at the art store for them, so. Hi, May. How are you? I'm good. You know, guys, I'm probably going to have to see a doctor about my stomach pains. You know, I'm also having stomach pains. So sometimes you'll see me do this, but the doctors don't know what's wrong because they can't diagnose it. One doctor told me it was this, one doctor told me it was that. So, you know, I've had 3 different diagnoses by 3 different doctors, so it's never, you know, I just don't like doctors sometimes because sometimes they tell you information that's incorrect. Are you being good, May? Because if anybody gives you trouble, we'll send them to the corner, but we'll send them to the dry corner. So this is neon pink. Yes, she's being very good, Deb. Leave May alone. So I'm coloring with a Seeing if I can make the lighter brighter for you guys, because on my screen it's coming in dark. Also guys, if you are getting a blurry screen, make sure that you are up to 720 with the little gear guide, because that helps you see the picture much clearer. Oh, what book, what picture and what book, May? I always like to know what people are coloring. For some weird reason sometimes I like to go all over the place with my coloring, and then other times I don't. Oh, I'm not do I have that book? Yeah, I have that book. It's okay, we all do typos. For an image like this, fine liners and gel pens work really well. Plus the paper in this book is a dream to color, guys. I'm not even kidding. This is like one of my favorite mermaid books to color in. Plus I'm going to be coloring this whole thing on stream. I think, what is this, our third or fourth video on this picture alone? Yes, it is the Russian coloring book, May. The title of it is Mermaid Legends. I think you know this book very well, May. A lot of us who watch Dee Dee, Jen, and Sharon, yeah, Antasia, Elly, Koldarve is her name. It's smooth. It's actually... Jen and Sharon has it too. I think I first saw it on Sharon's page, and that's why I ended up buying it. Like when you color on it, it is so smooth to color on different mediums with this pencil, gel pen, markers. Well, I haven't tried markers on this paper yet, but I don't want to damage I haven't tried markers on this. But if you were to use markers, I would still put a blotter page on them, because markers go through everything. You know who else has good paper is Linda Ravenscroft. Oh, May. I meant to tell you, May, I did get that book. May, I got this the other day. I bought another Linda Ravenscroft book. Book 3. Someone said they wanted me to do a flip to, and don't worry guys, I will do a flip to of that. But this is really, if you guys want high quality grayscale and you like fairy books, this is like, these books are perfect for you. I just love the pictures. Plus, you can use all kinds of water mediums in them if you like to watercolor. This book is perfect for someone who loves watercolor. Like, I really like these houses. Well, I do have the first two May, so. Someone said they wanted a flip through of this book, so. Like, I like that this one has a lot more people in it than her other two. So you guys are going to get a bonus flip through of this one. These books, I will tell you, these books are not cheap, but they are beautiful. The art alone in them makes them worth the price. They were about 30 something. These books are about 30 something dollars with shipping and handling. So to me, you know, I probably am going to keep them when I'm done with them. Because some books I keep, some books I don't keep when I'm done with them. Just because I don't have room to keep. Ooh! I'm also having a grip problem. With certain things falling. So this was the picture, and then this is nice. Then you get this thing. Then you get this thing in the back. It shows different things that you can do with the book. So someone wanted a flip through of that book, so I did a nice little flip through of that book for you, for the person who wanted a flip through. So now I can work in it and put it on my shelf to work on, because I have this policy that I have a lot of books to review, and until I actually do a flip through of them, I won't work on them until I do a flip through in them. I am, however, missing my Selena Fenech books. I do not know what happened to them. I've only been able to find 2 of the 5 books that I own. You know, Ashley, my advice to you is get books that speak to you. There's some very good books that are not a lot of money. One place that I would start if you're looking for a nice book but not a lot of money and you don't want to spend a lot of money, Creative Haven, Dover. Dover Creative Haven. Now, those books are lovely. They have a lot of different books on a lot of different subjects. And don't discount Create Space paper. There's some beautiful images in there. And some people go like really picky. I'm not as picky as I used to be on some things, and then some things I really am picky about. Like for me, if I do grayscale now, I have a bunch of grayscale probably in my review pile, but when I buy grayscale books from now on, I like to buy them in PDF format, because then I can print them out on the paper that I like. You know, that's my one issue with grayscale, is the paper. And you know who I found out has her books on Etsy in PDF format is Molly Harrison. Now, Molly Harrison has a lot of fairy and fantasy art on her collection. And I love her books. I have one of her books, happen to have one of her books in PDF. I have a lot of her books in CreateSpace. So, you know, I love what Molly Harrison does. I love what Selena Fenech does. Hi, Zucchini. Did you get your book? I did send them out on Tuesday, so the woman told me probably Saturday or Monday or Tuesday that everybody's books should be delivered depending on where they live, that they would get their books different times. And yes, Game of Thrones can count for the color along. Someone asked me that. Throne of Glass coloring books and A Court of Thorns can count for the coloring book, color along. Oh. Oh, and someone was asking me about the sketchbooks that I got from the palette box. I actually made a mistake on how much these books were. These books are $13 a piece. I said 8 in the video, so I want to make a correction on them. Now, I got this from the palette box. I made a mistake in how much they were. As you can see, I was testing out what colors I was going to use for something earlier on another piece. Oh yeah, on my Molly Harrison piece for the background, so I had to figure out what color I wanted to use. And I was going through all my purples. Seeing what color scheme I wanted. Wow, we've gone 53 minutes already. Wow. I didn't even realize we were on that long. You know, I feel sometimes when I stream, I'm like, where has the time gone? It's like, it goes boom, boom, boom. Okay. Hi, all. Hi, Shara. Likes to color in chat. Shara, do you have a channel? I always like to know if people have channels, because then I can see what else people are doing. Okay. Just coloring this in, guys. This takes a lot of time to do the May is being good. I love May. I especially love what she does with her watercolor in the Linda Ravenscroft book. I think that she's really good. Back to the green fine liner. You know, and I've learned things from watching other people. You know, I feel like that, you know, when I started, I was in a different place than where I am now. You know, and someone goes, do you consider yourself a mixed media girl, a pencil girl? You know, when I started, I was a pencil girl. And I didn't even think about coloring with markers until I started marker coloring on Anne's channel. You know, Anne introduced me to a whole bunch of, I'm just going to put this little green thingy here. That's my little tab that tells me which picture I'm working on. You know, when I'm coloring, I like to be able to access a picture really quickly. And I see I missed some of the little cells. I always feel like I'm missing stuff. That's good, you know. I think, you know, coloring is also very relaxing and therapeutic. It helps us focus on other things. Sometimes we get taken away by other stuff that isn't healthy for us. Back to the gel pen. You know what helped me with pencils, May, is, you know, someone goes, why are Prismas your favorite? Now, when I first started using my Prismas, I didn't like them as much, but then as I got to use them more and more, I learned little tricks by watching others work with them. And then I also went into a group called the Prismacolor Combination Groups in the Facebook groups. Now, those ladies have a lot of tricks, guys. If you have Prismas but you don't like how they work for you guys, I recommend you guys go there in that Facebook group. And those women will teach you a tremendous amount of stuff. You will learn a lot about layering, blending, skin tone with your Prismas. And you know, I've also watched Sammy, Anne, Jen, Dee Dee especially, coloring Karia, Peter. You know, all those people teach you something. We all learn. The editing software, you know what I find with the editing software is that you have to have it to a degree, but don't let it rule you. Just make your videos, and then in time you'll get better at learning what to trim, what not to trim. Plus, YouTube has a trimmer where you can trim things out of the videos. Or at least they used to. I'm not sure if they still have that. Sorry guys, I'm just gonna make the little starfish tan. I don't edit a lot of my videos. I will say that right now. Well, at least not my flip throughs anyway. And not my lives. You know, I used to do a lot of more color and chats before I started doing lives. But the thing about color and chats is that you sit down and you record for a long time, but you also have to remember that a lot of what people chat and record is, you know, is that some people prefer doing it that way. Some people prefer lives. I like lives a little bit more because I interact with all of you a lot more. It's a lot, I feel like it's a little bit more interactive for me to do this. Now, I'm not saying that people who do color and chats don't feel the same, but It's different. Different people like different things. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm like you. I don't have an intro. If I knew how to do an intro, I would do an intro. Sakura jelly roll. Tell you, these Sakura jelly rolls are really nice. Tell you, these are the juiciest gel pens of all the gel pens I have. These are by far the juiciest of them all. And I'll tell you right now, of all the books that I have, Serene, this book, are the two books that I can honest to God say like almost every medium, but I have not tried markers in this book, nor do I think I am going to try watercolors unless it's a special picture and it would be at the back that I would do that. What are 25 kilo cents? I'm not familiar with that monetary term, May. You have to explain that to someone who's American. Do you hear noise in the background? That's just my fan. I have it up here because it... Oh, I weigh my stuff in dollars or pounds, depending on what measurement here. Sharpening up my beige pencil. And we'll color this beige. I'm seeing what you guys are wearing. Salmon kitty and the salmon pink in Holbein. Why did it say salmon kitty? And I will tell you the Holbein are really, really pigmented. This color is mauve. This is a purple that I use quite a lot. I was very skinny. My mother was always concerned that I was too skinny in high school. Then I went to college and I gained weight and I've never been able to put it back off again, you know? So, you know, in high school I had a lot. You know, I was skinny as a rail. They would call me break my bones. You know, people were concerned that I would never gain weight as a child. I miss those days. Being skinny. But I was really, really like skin and bones and nobody knew why. But I think my metabolism was very different as a teenager than it was as an adult. So I'm not sure who your profile pic represents, Debs. Okay, T-Mac, see you later. And then I'm going to do the last of these bubbles, the last of these things here. See you later, T-Mac. You know, it was funny because, you know, nothing they did ever bulked me up until I went away to college. Then when I went away to college that first year, I gained so much weight. And my mother was like, this is good, you look good. But then, you know, I got fatter. And now it's like, you need to lose the weight to be healthy. Because it puts a lot of wear and tear on your other bones. just like this. Okay. Stop with that glitter. Put them there. Not again. Thank you. I really have enjoyed doing this picture. I wanted to do something that would be fun. I didn't think that this picture would be so difficult, but I'm glad it is a little bit more difficult because of all the detail. It makes it that much more fun to do. You know, I tell people don't shy away from difficult projects. Sometimes I have to with gel pens, sometimes they don't always work until you shake them. It kind of reminds me a little bit like a pasta pen. With this picture, I am using some pencil, I am using some gel pen, so. Keep that in mind. So. You know what I find works with paint? Try a watercolor book, Phoenix. A book that is specific, a coloring book that you have that's specifically made for watercolors, like a Christy Rice, a Jade Gideon. And that way everything... Or a jelly roll again. And you know, I'm not a planner. I don't plan what I'm gonna color. Well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You know, for me, it's more which colors appeal to me, what mediums appeal to me. I do have an idea of what I'm going to color, or sometimes, you know, I'm just I am a mood colorer. Can you get a lovely red? The red makes it little pops. See, the red is making it pop more. You know, when you color with sometimes some of these things, you have to understand that sometimes you need them to pop a certain way. Sometimes things don't always pop the way that you want them to pop. Do I have any more leaves? I don't think I have any more leaves. Oh, that's a shame. Like that. Oh, that's a good idea, May. You know, one thing that you guys can learn to do to do skin tone is work with and honest to God, I say this to a lot of people, and a lot of people laughed at me when I said this. You know, work on a lot of faces. Print out a lot of PDFs with grayscale and faces of women, so that way you get an idea of what you'd like to color with. Now I'm taking my Antasia gel pen. This is the orange color. I think I have a refill of this, so don't worry, I have refills. Do you use washi tape, May, or do you watch other kinds of tape? Because there's different kinds of tape. And fish can be different color too. That's what's nice about coloring fish. You can color them all kinds of colors. No problem, Robin. I understand. Go take care of your family. That's important. The sticky kind of tape. I have to remember that. Another Antasia pencil. And the thing that I like about the Antasia gel pens, and this is something that not a lot of gel pen companies do, you can just buy the refills as a pack and not throw out the pens, and that's good for the environment actually, believe it or not. I'm just going to do this fish here. Just going to do the dots. That's true. Now, there are a lot of things that I learned by watching others that I would have never thought of as an art supply made. So I watched other people use them and I was like, really? That can be used as a colorist too? But you know, the other thing that I think that happened to me as a teenager was that I was a very physically active teenager as opposed to college where I wasn't as physically active. So I think that may have played a part in it. Take care, Karen. Karen is Zucchini Kitty, so I hope you... Bye, Karen. So as soon as I'm done with this little red one, we're gonna... Take one more little one. Really? Wow. But you know, your body is different as a teenager because you're burning more calories. They don't tell you that growing up. Okay, guys. You'll notice that as I do this, I put things away as I work because, honest to God, if I have a problem putting things away, because if I don't put things away, I don't know where anything is, ever. I'm like that kind of person who'll go all haywire if I can't find what I'm looking for. So, here's the pink. So guys, that's where we'll finish today. So thank you guys so much for coming. We went an hour and 25 minutes. So thank you guys for coming to the stream. I appreciate it very much. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Bye everybody.